Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Beirut Buzz. The podcast is brought to you by Beirut.com. Last week, we talked about music with artists Marwan Daw and Shana, but this week is a bit different because we're going to be discussing relationships, specifically Relationship 2.0, from a startup perspective. I have with me today Kareem Bou Khzam. He is the co-founder of Blaxity, and it's a dating app that's tailored not only for singles, but for couples as well. Hi. Hi, Kareem.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm doing phenomenal today. Happy to be here.
Okay. So tell us, Kareem, tell us more about your application. What is it, and what is the purpose behind it?
We realized that there is an upgrade that we can implement into this relationship world that would revolutionize it. And that's why we're calling it Relationship 2.0. And our main focus within Relationship 2.0 is to remove any sort of ownership and toxic monogamy and create a more dynamic, more fluid, more open sense of relationship where people can be more satisfied and more gratified in relationships while creating a very clear-cut line between lust and love and really centering relationships around more than just love, centering relationships around what actually matters despite love and lust.
So a lot of dating apps exist out there. What are the exclusive features that make Blaxity stand out from the rest of those apps?
What we're doing is creating a platform for people, for experts in the field, for just anyone who is willing or who is curious about experimenting, anyone who is satisfied in the relationship to explore. It's Blaxity is for those people who want more from their relationship, who want more in their future. That's who we tailor to, and that's what we're talking about. It offers a lot of events, a lot of an event hosting hub where clubs, people, or anyone can host any type of event they want within the context, of course, to explore their wants, their desires, their interests, to do it in a safe, in a transparent, in an inclusive community.
Mm-hmm. And what type of events can be hosted on the app exactly?
See, on the app, we can really host anything. Like if you are, let's say, a relationship expert, you can host an event. If you have an idea, you can host an event. Swingers from all around the community to this event, you can do it. If you want to do a house party as well. It's basically something for the community and by the community.
Okay, that sounds so cool, actually.
We want to do, yeah. It's really this open sort of open world that you can just do and find people who are, again, who share your beliefs, who share your visions, and who are similar to you in terms of what you believe in.
You also speak about eradicating cheating as being one of your goals.
Yes,
can you elaborate on that? Like, how would the app help cancel cheating, basically?
The main proprietor or proponent of cheating is mainly mistrust and lying and this deception that comes along with it. If you are so far as to even talking to someone that isn't your partner with any form of intention, it is considered cheating for one reason and one reason only, that your partner does not consent to it. Because at the end of the day, people in relationships don't own one another. And that's something that we really stress upon. We don't own our partners and our partners don't own us. So we need to still have our freedom while respecting the boundaries that are put on within the relationship. And in today's world, a lot of people are having this sort of spiritual awakening of the difference between love and lust, and that they're not the same thing. And relationships right now are being built on not just love or lust. There's a lot more components to it. And to bring this back to cheating, whenever you're doing something with someone else in a lustful context, for example, if your partner consents to it, It's completely fine. It's completely okay. Cheating itself, real cheating realizes itself through this through this secrecy, through this sort of backstab idea of doing something behind your partner's back. And that's what we're trying to do with revolutionizing relationships, is show people the difference between love and lust and create this clear-cut line where people can explore beyond it while maintaining a healthy, loving relationship. A lot of people in today's world are curious about many things, and a lot of times relationships are not the best place to explore that thing, whether it's exploring someone's sexuality, exploring their desires, exploring whatever it is that they're exploring. And novelty tends to wear off a lot in a relationship. By most relationships, I would say most, like a lot of relationships fail even after a long time, because this novelty, this spice is gone, and there is no way to bring it back, no matter how dynamic or well structured it is. And so by really creating a transparent and open platform for people to express, we are helping them and eradicate, create a different type of partnership, a different type of relationship, while eradicating cheating.
The app also has a complimentary podcast and a website that is currently under reconstruction. What type of content do you usually share on these platforms?
Now, our proxy ad on Instagram is called Fluid Romantics. There we also have redirects, and we also do a podcast under that name. Mainly, we talk about tips and tricks, we give advice, we share ideas, we share concepts from this community. We may even also share stories that some people submitted. We can keep you anonymous or not, depending on your preference. We really we're trying to create a platform to bring everyone together, to show solidarity, to show people that, yes, this is okay to talk about, to break the taboo around it, and to also give people a sort of path that, oh, okay, you're not in this blindly, you're not in this alone. Things that can help, here are some things that won't work, will work. Here's what other people are doing. And that's our main focus on these platforms, is to really create this community by having this mutually beneficial cycle for everyone.
So do you have any psychologists and therapists working alongside the team to help with the content?
Currently, no, but we do plan on getting someone here. What we're currently sharing is, of course, 100% by research. It's 100%. We're 100% sure of what we're talking about. We're not going to just put misinformation out there. We make sure of what we write. We publish, and if it needs to be referenced, we definitely reference it. A lot of it also comes from our own experiences and our own knowledge, because we've all experienced something when it comes to that, and we've all asked our questions and done our own research in our personal lives. So we're all talking from experience. We're all talking from a place of, this is what we did. This is what a person I know did. This is what those people did. And it's all sort of a learning curve for everyone. We're all in this community. Everyone is learning about themselves first, and the community and this new revolutionary idea next. So yeah, we do talk from our own experiences, but we are planning on bringing experts on board for the podcast. We want to let experts host events. We want to let gurus host events, coaches as well. There are a lot of coaches in this industry that provide trainings, that provide very informative and educational talks for anyone who is curious about this.
So who can benefit the most from using the app?
Basically anyone, as I said before, anyone who wants more from the relationship, anyone who wants to explore, anyone who has curiosity to learn more about themselves, any relationship that wants to elevate itself, any couple that wants to really save their relationship because of one thing that's going on wrong, or one thing that is out of sync with everything else. So we're looking at couples, we're looking at single people, we're looking at people who are currently swingers, people who are curious about swinging, anyone who is exploring their identity, their sexuality, their love languages, even. There's a lot of people that can benefit from this. And what we're focusing on is a lot of, again, community, inclusivity, and really bringing everyone into this to create a warm, loving, non-judgmental community where everyone can be themselves.
هلا بلبنان specifically نعرف إنه dating apps are still stigmatized أوقات وهيك. So how is your app being received by the Lebanese public?
Currently, we do have a few Lebanese users, and quite a few when you look at our small user base so far. It's being used in Lebanon just like it's intended to be used. We have a lot of swingers in Lebanon, even though it's taboo and really under the table, but it is there, and really reaching this market. Although it is a shy reception, it is in the way that we had expected it to be. Not everyone is open to it. Not everyone is really. Again, it's a shy reception, but you can see that people are more open to the idea now, and they're more courageous coming forward.
ما فينا نحكي عن relationships بلا ما نحكي كمان عن COVID-19 لأنه it really affected relationships both positively and negatively. So how did COVID also affect the usage of the app in specific?
Well, we actually developed the app during the pandemic. Like this idea of app wasn't present beforehand, because we saw that there was a lot of absurd trends that are happening in relationships during the pandemic. Crashed. Like some people got married and got divorced during the pandemic. It's crazy how like in such a short period of time you can get married and divorced. And so we realized that maybe it's because people are so isolated from everyone else, and this really took a hit on their mental health and sexual frustration, a lot of action with everything that's going on around them. Their love lives, everything just disintegrated. Again, had this new awakening of sorts where they realized like, oh, okay, maybe lust and love are not the same thing, especially with surges of whenever restrictions ease up a little, and whenever there's more room for exploration, more room to go out, more room to socialize. And with that, we saw a lot of once you realize that lust and love are not the same thing, and that you can have both independently, you basically crack the code for relationship 2.0. With that, coming up in the next few months, hopefully the pandemic is gonna technically be over. Everyone would be either vaccinated, and just everything would stop being that severe. There is light coming at the end of the tunnel, hopefully, and that's where we will flourish, because everyone would come out of this experience knowing more about themselves, about what they want, about who they want in their lives, who they don't want in their lives, and they will really focus on exploring and expanding. And what better way to expand other than through an already established platform and in a pre-existing community that is, again, very inclusive, very loving, and very non-judgmental.
So بنرجع شوي على the fact إنه couples can also use the dating app. So how do they create an account? Do they create like two separate accounts or one account and they both use it? Like how does this work?
Currently, it's under development for couples to sign up on separate accounts. Right now, you can sign up as a couple, but in the very near future, this update's coming out very users will be able to sign up individually own emails with their own accounts, and then they would create a couple's account through the portal, would help keep transparency and really eradicate cheating by making sure both couples are seeing what the other partner is viewing, seeing their preferences, their swipes, and if and only if two couples approve of the same person, the other person would be able to see it if they're a premium user, or would them if the other person already swiped on the couple, keeping everything trustworthy and open to, again, focus on our main goal, which is to eradicate cheating.
And where can people download the app from?
Right now, the app is available on Google Play Store and on Apple Store, on the Apple Store. And very soon, our website's going to be up and running, and you can be able to get into the event hosting portal. It is available on and create events app, but for club owners and for venue owners and for event organizers, the web platform is going to be much more dynamic, much easier to use, and much more specific for everything that they might need.
Mm-hmm. Kareem, I want to thank you so much for introducing us to Blaxity and joining us today. So in brief, Blaxity gives you a chance to meet like-minded individuals and grow your relationship. So if that's something you have been struggling with, why not give the app a try? Thank you, Kareem, once again.
Thank you so much.
Everyone, be sure to follow and rate our podcast if you enjoy it. Beirut Buzz is available on Apple, Google Podcasts, Facebook, Spotify, as well as our YouTube channel, Beirut Videos. I'll see you next week.
Thank you so much again, Lou.